Here's gonna be my 5 tips for making it through your first 3D Basecamp at the Dimensions conference in Las Vegas. Once you've gotten to understand the SketchUp software a little bit, you'll realize that it's part of a much bigger ecosystem and that there are a lot of tools and pieces of hardware within the Trimble universe. And attending this mega conference means that you'll be exposed to all of them. So take a deep breath and try and pace yourself. Tip 1. You don't have to do it all. You really don't. And if you know that you're going to be back in a few years' time, or perhaps the following year, there is so much to experience that you can do the following year. Tip 2. Because Trimble Dimensions is a combination of the Trimble conference for every specialism within the building industry, apart from the SketchUp universe, there is a whole plethora of other users at site. And so the last time I went, let me show you, I got this, I suppose, one-on-one tag, and every person that gets the tag has either a Basecamp or a Trimble Dimensions card on it. And so in the 2024 episode, or the 2024 version, everyone from Basecamp had a green tag, and everyone from Trimble Dimensions, I think, had a blue tag. And so what you'll see is when you gather for the communal breakfasts or the luncheons or whatever party you're going to that evening, most people will be wearing their tag as it is a form of entrance. And so what's a really great experience is that amongst those 6,000 people, you'll find a lot of people wearing a different colored tag. And you, of course, get to sit together at different breakfast tables and have conversations with people in completely different specialisms than you. Nothing more invigorating than having a morning conversation where you sit with 2 civil engineers, someone working in the shipyard industry, one person working as a SketchUp product developer, and someone deeply engaged in residential architecture. So my second tip is, beyond the deep breath that you took for step 1, give yourself the opportunity to meet as many people as you can. And not all of us are extroverts, and most of us might be more happy introverts rather than outgoing and celebrating the diversity amongst humanity and getting to know people on the fly. But there really is such a big community of people. And so give it your best shot. Try to get to know as many people as you can. I would rather say that I'm an introvert most days. I sit in this office with that many books so that I can be on my own. And so half of the time my team is sitting in the office next to me. I like to work on my own. But I set myself the healthy target of trying to speak to 10 new people each day. So for the 3 days that I was there, let's say that I met 30 people. And that was a bit of a stretch. I, most of the days, got to meet 5 or 6 new people, speak to them in person, get to know them a little bit, learn about their passion. And sure, the evening parties, when everyone's having a lovely dinner and people are gathering around small seating, you might find yourself finding it a lot easier to engage with people. But set yourself the goal to speak to as many people as you mentally and emotionally can. Then tip number 3. When you are at Basecamp, and especially in the weeks leading up to the event, you have the opportunity to pre-book your seat at the different workshop, the speaking engagement, the early Trimble Labs access environments, the SketchUp educational sessions, etc., etc. These sessions are incredible. I made the choice in 2024 when I went there to attend as many as I possibly could. And I must have attended maybe 6 or 8 a day. I tried to do one every single hour that something was hosted. And obviously your brain is going to be fried by the end of that day. Some sessions are really evocative, some sessions are really hardcore workflow focused, some sessions are there to open your mind up to new ideas. So not every session feels like a hard algebra class or trying to learn a new language for that matter, whatever your brain prefers. But you do need to give yourself some time to sit some sessions out, maybe find some people in the hallways who aren't attending a session and have a coffee break, sit in the lounges, and at the same time, the Basecamp experience is not the only experience to be had. The Trimble Dimensions environment also has, I think it was called the outdoor area or the outdoor site. And basically on the site, you could take a bus from the conference area and then travel through a section of Las Vegas, and then on the outskirts of the city, there was a massive area where there was a construction project underway. And it wasn't a fake construction project, there was a lot of real construction going on. It was a live site. But the Trimble environment was set up so that you could experience all the different Trimble products between hardware and software integrated on the site. Unfortunately didn't go. The people that went, they gave a lot of positive feedback about experiencing something like that. If you live in a certain part of the world and you do a lot of office-bound work, this is one of those things you really gotta try. Step outside of your normal day's experience and engage with this. You will be, your mind will be blown. There's so much going on site, obviously. But it's also nice to be on the bus with, again, some of those 6,000 people that you might not know. And you get to make some new friends. You get to walk around site with a guide who shows you all the different parts of the Trimble ecosystem between software and hardware. And you might have then spent half the day out in the wild of the Nevada area. So you get to experience a little bit more than just a city. So that is tip number 3. Give yourself room for Basecamp and give yourself room for Dimensions. They're both happening at the same time. You might have specifically wanted to visit for Basecamp itself, but there is just so much that Trimble Dimensions have to offer outside of Basecamp. Then tip number 5. Well, no, tip number 4. Tip number 4 is actually really simple, and that is, amongst trying to pace yourself for the sessions, pace yourself for the evenings. So during the day, make sure that you eat a healthy meal. Don't overindulge yourself on all the wonderful catering. It is wonderful. Drink enough water. And then on the evenings, pace yourself for the different parties that are there. So there are engagement parties, there are customer appreciation parties, there are Trimble end of the conference celebration parties. There's all kinds of events happening throughout the conference. It is an incredible experience. But as it comes with alcohol, we all get to celebrate and be a little bit wild and appreciate the ups and downs of life. And now you're on a high at the conference, you're on a high during the sessions, you've learned so much, and now you're on an emotional high. So you must be careful with yourself, especially if you are a speaker. Don't overindulge on the evening refreshments. So know what your limit is. Have 1, 2, perhaps even 3 units of alcohol, but really you're not there to have a wild time that you can't remember the following day. You're there so that the following day you feel fresh enough, you feel energetic to learn a lot, to host your own session, and of course to be presentable amongst everyone else. And so know your capacity, know your limit, and enjoy yourself, like really enjoy yourself. I think I've said it up there. Tip number 5. You can't do it all. So if you've got your photo camera, or if you have a video camera, or simply your phone, Whenever you see a session, or whenever you see an expo stand, or whenever you meet with a speaker, or you engage with someone, and it is too brief to fully absorb and take in, and you're trying to move from one session to the next, make sure you document it. Document it for yourself. Document it perhaps if you're going with a team, or if you're going on behalf of a team, and make sure that everything that you've documented is in some way approachable, so that you can take that information back to your home, to your office, to your business, to your team, and share with it, almost in journal style, what you learned during your sessions, but also what you missed out on and what you would really like to explore or learn about more. Like I said in the previous video, the 2024 Basecamp sessions that were recorded are all sitting in a wonderful playlist. And so do yourself a favor, go watch some of those, get to know some of the people that were presenting then, put them on your wish list for this coming conference. See if they're posting anything on YouTube or Instagram, or on maybe a personal website where they are sharing some of their newfound wisdoms, ideas, workflows, and ideas for the future. And prepare yourself to be there in person prepared, to be there visible to them, to understand their kind of workflows, their kind of behaviors, their preferences. If you maybe find someone that presents a certain way, prepare yourself that that person will be there in their own unique style with their point of view, and then absorb as much as you can in person when you're there, for what you can't see or for what you might have appetite for but you've run out of scheduling capacity. Take a quick snapshot of that session on the leaflet outside the door. Go back to where you came from after the conference, and then hope and pray that it gets uploaded onto YouTube so that you get to watch it back digitally. And then again, pace yourself, like give yourself the time over the coming months. It's the end of the year, it's November, it's going into Christmas time. You know, a lot of all our good business intentions suddenly get lost between all the festivities. But give yourself time, pace yourself, and then start your new year by reviewing some of those things that you had on your wish list that you didn't get to attend in person, but you can now watch back beautifully. Wish you a great evening. Hope this whet some of your appetite to attend this conference. Maybe it feels like for you too late to sign on. Again, early birds will be around the corner for the following conference as soon as this one finishes. If you do still want to sign up, I'll put the link below so you can take a look. And other than that, you'll see some more of my workflows or my thinkings about SketchUp and AI in the next one. Wishing you well.